Have you seen Nick Cage and Jesus Christ in the same room?
Cancel Jeremy.
Me.
Cancel him.
We are officially taking the stance as an anti-cannibalism podcast, and I think we're both comfortable
for sure.
in saying that. What did we just do? Ho, ho, drunken sailor, ho, ho, drunken sailor, ho, ho, drunken sailor, early in the morning. Hey, welcome back to the Best Boys podcast.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Preston.
I just stuttered saying my name.
You almost said my name. I heard you. You're like, I have two options. Well, really, you have three options. A podcast.
Yeah.
You've heard of it. This is probably not your first time watching this. If it
Yeah.
is, though, mash that.
Very interesting episode to jump in on. It's going to be pretty chill episode.
Pretty chill. Just talking news. We're talking vampires. We're talking Spider-Man. We're talking MCU. We're talking
Why are we talking vampires?
Army Hammer.
Are we talking about him?
I want to.
Should we recap?
Well, we should recap because let's just start. We're gonna start with a news segment here.
We'll dive right in.
So last week we were talking about fan casts.
Yep.
For
Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill and Craven the Hunter.
Yeah,
was
but Beta
also-
Ray Bill specifically
is where it started.
But that's also I said Ryan Gosling, and you said Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
The day after we recorded.
Yeah. Which, just to explain myself, they're cut from a similar cloth.
Yeah.
Tall, big guy,
for
whatever.
Sure. No, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
The day after we recorded, all the Armie Hammer stuff came out that he wants to eat people's blood.
Yeah. Just a quick recap if you haven't heard of this somehow. He had some DMs that leaked that initially any DMs I see, like 50-50 if they're real or not. Because it's so easy to Photoshop.
Edit, yeah.
So easy. But yeah, he was saying that he wanted to hold a girl's heart in his hand as it beats or stops beating.
He kept saying drink blood.
Drink blood.
I saw one where he said, I need your blood, which is just a very uncomfortable way to phrase that.
Super uncomfortable. Yeah.
Also, definitely really power dynamic gross stuff.
Any celebrity DMing random people asking for any sort of sexual something is kind of like, come on.
Yep.
Like you're using, just not good in any context, especially when you're talking about eating humans, cannibalism, as they say.
And then Armie Hammer decided to drop out of the movie he was supposed to be in, and so he said he wasn't confirming or denying anything, but he couldn't leave his family
in these dangerous times
or something like that. And it's like,
which
so you did it.
Most likely he did it, but could slightly be a reference to like these unprecedented times that we live in. But I don't think so.
But also
he's been in those
that
times.
movie just got delayed because they had to search for a replacement.
Call me.
They're looking at, I don't know what it is. They're looking at Josh Duhamel. I don't know what the movie is.
Yo, obviously Armie Hammer's a bad person, but going from Armie Hammer to Josh Duhamel, what a downgrade. What an L. Nothing bad against Josh Duhamel, but just like the difference.
Josh Duhamel.
Oh, I'm thinking of Josh Hunger Games. Yeah, okay.
Josh Duhamel is
Josh Duhamel's
Transformers.
Fergie's husband.
Is he married to Fergie?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
He was at the time of Transformers. I don't know. I assume they still are.
Probably, sure.
Real.
Real.
She's Fergalicious.
But Josh Duhamel and Armie Hammer are both great value versions of people. Armie Hammer is great value Ryan Gosling. Josh Duhamel is the great value Timothy Oliphant.
Interesting.
I like.
Do you mean Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling?
Gosling for Armie Hammer.
I feel like both.
I mean, yeah, they're basically the same. I feel like
I just think his face looks more like Reynolds.
But I think Armie
Hammer
Hammer falls more into charming, like straight man as opposed to Ryan Reynolds with his more
straight
goofy,
comedy. Yeah. Well, not always, but yeah.
More so.
He's
now.
more so. Yeah.
Deadpool really set him on a path.
Yeah. Really, yeah. Just Van Wilder, honestly, because that's the only character he's played besides Safe House.
And that one movie.
And Six Underground.
What's that one movie that he was in Blade?
Magnets.
He was in Blade.
He was in Blade, but wasn't he kind of like the fun
yeah,
sidekick? Yeah.
He was also in R.I.P.D. with Jeff Bridges.
Great point. Where he was the straight man. He was he was the audience surrogate.
Yeah, he
was the new guy. He was the Will Smith of the situation.
In every movie.
Will Smith, yeah. Anywho, so Armie Hammer, maybe vampire? I don't know yet.
I don't think he's a vampire. I think he's just a creep.
Can you appreciate that quote though?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that being said, probably will not be cast in an MCU movie anytime soon, but I would not be surprised if he got onto a DC movie. That just fits.
Wasn't he supposed to be Batman?
He was
in
supposed
George
to
Miller's, right?
be in in
Was
the
he was Batman, right? 'Cause I know he was cast in it. I think he was Batman.
No, he was
Was he Superman? I'm gonna Google it.
He was he was either Batman or Superman, but he feels like a better Green Lantern to me.
100% Green Lantern or Flash is where my mind goes. Yeah, Armie Hammer, Adam Brody, DJ Contra, Megan Gale, Santiago Cabrera, and
Can I see some photos?
I'm gonna try to find the actual because that doesn't have names.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. So, Common would have been Green Lantern.
I don't hate that.
Adam Brody would have been Flash, which I'm totally down with. I love Adam Brody. And then Armie Hammer was Batman.
Okay.
DJ Contra. I don't know who that gentleman is. He was Superman.
Interesting. He fits the
And
bill as
that's
far as looks
Megan Gale.
go. Okay.
Just that would have been a very mid 2000s.
Yeah,
Wonder
no,
Woman.
that would have fit the 2009 because what was this, like 2008,
Yeah,
2009?
and those two gentlemen who I don't know who they are.
Yeah, I mean, very much fits the
Yeah.
the bill pre Momoa Aquaman. I could see him getting a nice blonde goatee.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Armie Hammer feels like a weird Batman cast, but now just thinking about Adam Brody as Flash, I would have been really down with that.
Yeah. To pull back a second, all weird cannibalism aside, I don't hate Armie Hammer as Batman, though I think at that point it would have been strange because he would have been so fresh. Which I don't know his career. Like maybe he'd been doing a lot of stuff that was just small, but then again, like I definitely do like a new Batman a la Christian Bale or Pattinson as opposed to an old Batman. Hence the Batfleck, but yeah, I'm glad that movie didn't get made though, because it would have just been another wrench in the process of getting a good Justice League movie. Because it would have been fine at the best, I think.
Yeah. I mean, for the time, it probably would have been good, but looking back at it, it probably
If they would have done that
pre-Avengers, I love George Miller.
Yeah, pre-Avengers, it probably would have actually slapped as far as like our expectations being like Spider-Man 2, you know, like. Spider-Man 2 and Superman Returns. Well, no, at that point we would have had The Dark Knight.
What year did it come out? Or was it going to come out? It didn't come out.
I think it was like starting production during Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises. So it was like...
It was 10 years. Look like 2008. Looking like 2008. When did Dark Knight come out?
2008, I thought. Or is it 2006? It's either 6 or 8.
It's 8.
Bruh.
4 years between Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises? I thought it was 2 years. My mind just kept going 2 years. That's why.
Yeah. Should have been.
Because I knew it was 2012 that Dark Knight Rises came out because I went to the theater at midnight and did the trilogy binge thing.
Oh, that's fun. I only saw Rises in theaters. I was a wee young lad
we were children when
for night. Yeah.
When night. I mean that's the best one, but as a child I would have lost my marbles.
We would have been 9 and 10 or something like that, or like 8 and 9. Yeah, probably not a movie to take your children to see.
No. You talk Spider-Man?
Yeah, let's jump into Spider-Man on that note of unrelatedness.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about things. We're having a good time.
One, I think we just want to say collectively as a podcast that we do not back the choices that Armie Hammer has made.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it.
We are officially taking the stance as an anti-cannibalism podcast, and I think we're both comfortable in saying that. And just
I would say I'm just anti-cannibalism, period.
Yes. Yeah, but as a collective.
Yeah. And we include Jimmy in this too. He agrees.
I don't know. But for PR, we'll say but I wouldn't ask him. Spider-Man 3.
But yeah, so we've been talking recently, and there have been rumors. I don't know where they came from. They're probably not very credible, but the concept that Spider-Man 3 that is filming right now is not just Spider-Man 3. It is 3 and 4 filming back to back.
A la Infinity War and Endgame.
An Infinity War Endgame scenario where it'll cliffhang, and then My theory is that we'll get a more Spider-Man movie with Matt Murdock and stuff, figuring out the identity
For the third.
with Doctor Strange for the third.
It'd be funny if the whole thing's a legal battle trying to like fix his name. Then at the end, Doctor Strange is like, it's done. Like, I need you. Come on. Like, we gotta go. We gotta go. Multiverse.
And then so that'll end with some sort of cliffhanger. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness will happen, and then Spider-Man 4 would happen with the actual multiverse stuff.
Yeah, and I like the idea of Spider-Man 3 ending at the same time as Doctor Strange 2. So the ending of Spider-Man 2 takes place technically after Doctor Strange 2. So that way we don't have to get Spider-Man mixed up in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so Doctor Strange doesn't appear till the end, and he's like...
And those two movies kind of coexist,
Yeah,
but
like,
they don't link up till the end of each other.
The multiverse exists. And maybe at the end of Multiverse of Madness, he runs into one of the other Spider-Men.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they say
Which
something.
Would make sense if it was Raimi Spider-Man.
He pulls off the mask, and he's like, I need your universe as Peter. Or something like that.
To who pulls off the mask?
The Raimi Spider-Man pulls off the mask to Doctor Strange. So Toby pulls off the mask.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Okay.
I need your me.
Yeah. I need
Give me the penis Parker.
And so you said there was a rumor that they were looking at Nicolas Cage to be Ghost Rider.
There's a ton of rumors that just they're gonna try to get as many people back as possible, and he's one of them.
Which I like it because one, that's a fun 10-second cameo.
For sure.
Two, it also presents the idea of him playing both Ghost Rider and Spider-Man Noir in live action.
Oh.
Which is what I thought when you said Nicolas Cage. That's immediately where my head went. Because that also he doesn't have to be a member of the team. Like, it doesn't have to be that could
be a quick cameo as well.
It could be a quick cameo. Yeah, and you don't even have to reference that they're played by the same person, because also the Ghost Rider cameo should be as Ghost Rider, in my opinion, but just with his warped voice.
Yeah.
Nick Cage's warped voice. But then use his actual voice to be Spider-Man Noir, which I think would be pretty cool.
I'd be so down with that. Spider-Man Noir is my favorite character in Into Spider-Verse.
I like that, yeah. I think he's one of my favorite, if not my favorite variant.
Oh, for
of
sure.
like just different look. No, I think that'd be really cool. And I mean, Nick Cage never says no to a paycheck. So if it's true that they are looking for that to happen, he will say yes.
I am all about Nick Cage.
Have you watched the Netflix swear words thing with
I
him
have not yet.
Neither have I. I saw it on there.
I want to watch it, and I just keep forgetting.
Yeah.
But man, he is the Messiah.
Wow. What a statement that I cannot deny.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen Nick Cage and Jesus Christ in the same room?
In other Spider-Man news, we had one comment on our previous video where we talked fan casting.
Yes.
For a Dr. Octopus fan casting, either Jamie Lee Curtis or
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver.
Which I'm all about Sigourney Weaver. Erase her Defenders character from existence.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, any retcon for the Netflix universe, I will say thumbs up. Very nice.
Just bring me Daredevil and bring me Punisher. That's all I need. You can erase all the other Daredevil side characters, except Wilson Fisk. Vincent D'Onofrio is what Wilson Fisk is perfect.
Really, just any character that was in Daredevil season 2 can stay. Because that's
Except Karen.
Well, she can stay canon, but we just don't need to see her again.
Yeah, I don't care about Karen.
Yeah. Man, I want John Bernthal in a Spider-Man movie so bad.
I want the scene of him holding the.
Yep. Which we could get that in Secret Wars or whatever the next multiversal like big event is. Like, it's not out of the question. And at the end of the day, it doesn't have to be John Bernthal. He's just a great casting.
Yeah.
I want it to be John Bernthal, but there's
other choices.
Really, probably most of the choices we were talking about for Kraven the Hunter could also double 100%. As Punisher.
Other news that we haven't talked about for casting. Your Kraven the Hunter casting is apparently being eyed for Captain Britain.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Actually, how legitimate is this source?
I mean, it's the same source as
same source. Okay,
this
so
man is
50-50.
He leaks so much.
Yeah.
And about probably 30% of it, at the very most, is legit.
That thing leaking, P. Damn, I like that though. I think it would be. I would have more fun seeing him as Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
But Captain Britain's cool too. And obviously, he kind of does fit the bill more as like the hero. I mean, he's
And-
Superman, obviously.
And also not having to do an American accent.
true. And he's obviously, yeah.
I'm looking
'Cause
for
in-
there was a short list I'm looking for.
In Mission Impossible, he had a British accent. Like his
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's his natural accent, but he just
He-
played British person.
I want
Um,
more stuff like that from him. 'Cause
yeah.
he's so good, and like he wasn't a hero in that, and it worked so well.
And I think also, did we look up what Kraven's origins are, like ethnicity at all?
No, I didn't even
Because
think about that.
I wouldn't care if they cast a British or Australian person as Kraven if they didn't have an American accent. Like I don't dislike Kraven having an accent, whether it's maybe even Russian. That feels like fitting. Russian or British.
He's
Russian?
Russian. On the nose, Russian.
Okay, as I said it, it was like that does kind of click. I feel like that subconsciously from the old '90s Spider-Man cartoon, that character
Yeah.
had a Russian accent.
His name's Sergey.
That okay.
And there we go.
Yeah, like Sergey.
The short list.
I
for
want to kill Spider-Man. Give me Spider-Man to kill.
they just get Mickey Rourke to play
Oh my god.
instead of I want my bird. It's,
I want my bird, but he's a
I
Spider-Man.
want my man who is spider dead.
Give me man
Uh,
spider.
the
Wow,
other
I
two-
want Vlad Putin. Vladimir Putin to play
No.
the Hunter.
You
He has a TikTok?
I don't.
We yeah.
No,
that's
yeah,
it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I'm sad that I do now.
Yeah.
The other two on the short list for Captain Britain were Charlie Hunnam
Oh, I like that.
and Haley Atwell, which would obviously be some sort of multiverse thing if they go that direction.
'Cause girl?
Peggy Carter.
Got it. Okay. I was trying to
Yeah.
I couldn't think of who it was. Okay. I don't multiverse they'd have to tie it into Strange or something, but I don't dislike that. I think honestly out of those three I kind of like Hunneman more.
I think that makes sense too. But what makes me sad is I want him to be Green Arrow. Also,
Ooh.
he's just like the basic Green Arrow fan cast that I'd be totally down with.
Just 'cause he's got a blonde beard.
This is completely like a complete tangent. My Green Arrow fan cast is John Boyega.
Oh. As Oliver Queen?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like he would mesh really well with the Black Canary we saw in Birds of Prey.
Okay.
I just feel like that would work, and he's a fantastic actor and deserves an actual good role.
Yeah, if we get a Justice League level Green Arrow, how would you feel? And obviously, this is not something that is very comics driven that I'm aware of. It kind of happens in Smallville, but how would you feel about a superhero sold serum esque, like Captain America level?
I mean, I'd be fine with like the Mirakuru in,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mirakuru could work.
but like just something like slight enhancements.
Yeah.
Nothing insane.
Or even kind of like how there's like theories that Black Widow's slightly enhanced, even though we never know that. I mean, maybe we will
If they,
if
I
that movie ever comes
I
out.
think they're gonna bite the bullet soon and do Disney Plus.
I'll pay for it
I will
just
too.
to support the choice.
Yeah, just because
it's not worth the money, I don't
No,
think.
and I won't have a
But,
good time because this movie should have come out after Civil War when it takes place in the timeline.
Yeah,
That's what makes no sense to me. It's like this movie would have killed during that, and then in Endgame and stuff, you could have had the characters that survive show up. Like,
yeah, they could have been at the portals. Yeah,
like
they still could have. Like
we just didn't
they,
see them.
yeah. Which I guess, I mean, yeah, it would also spoil who survives. Even though I think everyone's gonna survive, but
I
besides
don't.
maybe Harbor might die.
I think they're all gonna die except the sister,
Oh, yeah,
just because we
Yeah.
haven't seen them.
yeah. Good point.
But also, if she's so they talk about how this movie's a mantle passing from.
Why is she still Black Widow in Endgame?
Why is she still Black Widow in Endgame? And where is Yelena or Elena, however you say her name? Where is she?
What if the movie ends with Doctor Strange coming through, or Wong coming through a portal and being like, "We need you for a big fight"?
Or they could do exactly what they did at the end of Ant-Man, and they can get snapped. The surviving members just get snapped away.
Oh, I think that's a good post-credit scene, actually.
But it doesn't. That just sucks because we've already seen the end game.
Yeah.
Like that would have worked.
In 2018, 17?
That would
17,
have worked
2017.
when. That would have been a post-credit scene for Black Widow, but in Endgame we cut to them in Russia and we just see them disappear. Whoever survives, like, or not Endgame, in Infinity War at the end of Infinity War.
Oh, true. Yeah, we could even show it then. Yeah.
Because like we obviously couldn't show it during Black Widow if it came out in the correct timeline because it.
Oh, because
Infinity
then
War hadn't happened.
yeah. Unless the movie came out after Endgame or after Infinity War, but in between the two, like
See, that would make
which
more
it
sense.
didn't need to. It didn't need
No,
to.
but that would make more sense. But also, not, and I still wouldn't care. I think the only way you make me care is if you put it properly where it is and you make these characters matter.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just a little disgruntled that they've pushed it back so many times that I'm like I don't care anymore.
That's the problem I think with a lot of audiences, regardless of what your opinion of the movie was in January of 2020. You know, whether you're the most excited, most unexcited, or anywhere in between. At this point, it's just kind of like
just put the movie out. I just want to
I just hope it is better than Wonder Woman. Like I hate to like compare the two like that, but just those are the two movies we've been waiting for as far as like uncertain time pushbacks. I'm sorry, excuse me. Those are the two below Fast 9 that we've been waiting for. Brandon texted me yesterday and he goes, "Yo," and I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, "Did you know that they cast John Cena as Vin Diesel's brother in Fast 9?" And I was like, "Yeah, LOL." Like I did. It's pretty funny. And he was just like, I forget what exactly he said, but he said something like the most like unnecessarily perfect, but like the most wrong but right choice of all time.
Yep.
Like
also though
perfect for that franchise, but also they're not related.
Is Vin Diesel white? I don't think he's white.
I think he's white, but
Part
also
white.
Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's just weird because John Cena is one of the whitest guys.
Yeah, but like half brother. Like it's doable.
I'm interested to see where
genetics are a thing. But
every time I see John Cena with a head of hair, I almost said John Hair with a head of Cena. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's strange. He had it back in the day though, like in SmackDown a little bit. Like he had a small flat top, but still, like even anything more than a buzz cut is strange because he has like kind of like
his hair's
spiky.
similar to
it's
yours.
like kind of spiky. Yeah, it's not this long.
It's not that long,
it's
but like the concept is
like,
there.
It's like as long as it is on the sides for me a little. I think
This could be you in 20 years.
I hate that. I hate it because it's equally not true, but true. If that makes sense.
Peep that one.
Yo, let me
unlock orientation so we can look at it full screen.
Yes. How Martin Scorsese meant us to view this JPEG. Dude, he's getting a fit off. Look at that. Double-breasted suit.
With
Hell
the
yeah.
necklace. I don't know what that necklace is.
No, I don't think my skull has the jawline capacity to even come close to Now You Seen Me. Okay, I'm gonna Photoshop that later. Put it up on the screen, Jimmy. Let me set a reminder. John Cena in the MCU.
Who's John Cena in the MCU? There's an obvious answer.
The Thing.
The Thing.
Is I've fan casted this multiple times.
Yes.
But
if you had to go a different one,
if I had to go a different route,
Reed Richards.
Okay. John Cena is not a bad actor.
No, he's probably the best actor to come out of the WWE. I would argue, and this is going to get me canceled, that he's a better actor than The Rock.
Cancel Jeremy. Cancel him.
I think he's a better actor than The Rock. I have more fun watching him than I do The Rock.
I don't disagree with you.
And maybe it's because he's more recently made the transition, so I haven't seen as much. But I feel like he has more range.
I think he has more range, and he's also chosen to be an actor, not a icon. Because The Rock is obviously bigger, like both physically and in fame. Because he's a brand. Yeah. Rock is a brand, which not that John Cena isn't. Like his name obviously has a brand attached because that's what you do as a wrestler.
Yeah, for sure.
But he did that movie with Quicksilver. That was really good.
The Wall?
The Wall.
No,
that's the Matt Damon one. But yes, they're behind a wall in Afghanistan or something, and it's like it feels like a pocket episode, can episode. What is that called?
It's a very self-contained
one set type of dealio. But you can flex some skills in situations like that. You know what I mean? Like you don't write that script and pick to action stars.
Yeah.
You have to pick actors.
Yeah, because it's
acting.
less. Isn't it? It's less. I didn't see it. It's less action than it is.
No, it is more dialogue. It's just very tense and stressful.
Yeah.
It does take place in more than that, but the
It
majority
is called The Wall.
Really? What's the Matt Damon one where he plays a Chinese man?
The Great Wall.
Ah, the sequel to The Wall.
Yeah, 2 American soldiers are trapped by a lethal sniper with only an unsteady wall between them.
Yeah, and that makes sense because Matt Damon.
The cast was of 3 people.
Yeah, because Matt Damon is the great grandfather to John Cena in that timeline. No, those are not connected. But I agree with you. I think, and I would say Batista is definitely in the conversation, but
I think it's the 3 of them.
Yeah, I think they're the only.
I
three
don't.
that
I
have
honestly
made the
like that one dude that was an arrow.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes.
he's not made it. He had a cameo. He's not even. Yeah.
John Cena as the Punisher.
Oh, I don't hate that. I think the Punisher to me, I do prefer a more like. Well, I guess John Cena could play that like kind of burly tough guy. Do you watch Psych?
Yeah.
The episode where he's Juliet's sister.
Yeah.
I think that
Brother.
type of vibe. Yep, same thing.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Did you watch the
even more gritty?
the movie?
The Psych movie?
Yeah.
Which one? There's 2.
The second one.
No.
He's in the second one again.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
he
cool,
pops up.
cool. What's that on? Is that on Netflix?
It's on Peacock, but it's free.
Oh,
So you can
you just watch it with ads?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, at least when I watched it, it was. They might have changed it. That
Fair. I mean, that's something you could definitely find on one of those free
Peacock's
sites.
service sucks.
Oh, I believe it.
The-
Like all the
'cause-
new anything that's less than 5 years old, I hate. Like Hulu's just barely getting to where I don't mind watching it all the time, but you're still right there.
See, I do think the 4 I do because I frequent 4 now. It's Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, and Disney Plus. And those are the ones that like the way it's set up is good. The
Yeah.
subscription is what works perfectly. Whereas with Peacock, they lure you in with the fact that there's a free plan,
That's how they get you.
but the free plan is nothing. Like
Do you even get The Office?
I think you're the first season of The Office now.
Oh, which is the hardest one to watch. Which not to say that's bad. It's just tough.
And
it's
also,
very of its time.
Their payment, I'm gonna find it.
While you say that, I'll go over mine because I think Netflix has the best user interface for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Which because it's had the longest time to do that.
I used to hate the autoplay trailer stuff, but it's kind of grown on me.
It's gotten me a couple times. Like I watched a Keanu Reeves movie because of it. Do not recommend it. It was with him and Ana de Armas. Very freaky. I saw Keanu's butt. So if you want Keanu's butt, also both leading ladies, everything else. But that being said, I have not watched anything on Netflix in like a month. Just because I like its user interface the most, but there's the lowest selection of what I'm currently interested in, which I'm sure there's plenty of movies I would watch on Netflix right now. I just click on that app the least because it's not on the forefront of my mind because I have no shows on Netflix right now, which I should watch that chess show because I've heard that's really good.
I've heard very good things about it. So this is Peacock's new payment plan. So for free, this is the description for the free plan. Watch The Office seasons 1 and 2 plus thousands of hours of movies, TV shows, news, and pop culture for free. And then Peacock Premium, which is $5 a month. Unlock every episode of The Office plus extended cuts with never before seen footage and deleted scenes.
And that's how they're making all
Also-
their money. I
also
like how
get-
that's the first thing they say.
No,
It's
and then-
one TV show.
And then Peacock Premium Plus, all of The Office and everything in Premium without ads.
Oh, so you still
They
get
are-
ads for $5?
They are selling this. They're selling this service now based off The Office. They're like,
It's their moneymaker.
how
That's
much
their
of the-
moneymaker.
How much of The Office do you want to watch?
How many subscriptions do you think Netflix lost when they got rid of? Because now they don't have Friends and they don't have The Office, which is the two.
Good
Those are the
riddance to
two
Friends.
wolves inside everyone.
I hate Friends.
Friends is the worst show of all time, and I will not hear anything else.
I do like.
Sitcom, worst sitcom.
Yeah, I like Matthew Perry. Sometimes.
Great in 17 again. The 2 minutes of that movie he's in.
But that's such a like.
That's the only other thing I've seen him in.
He was in some other sitcom that my parents watched. I couldn't even tell you what it was, but he was just trying to be Chandler Bing still.
Matt LeBlanc has a Netflix show.
Matt LeBlanc.
Oh, you know what? I started watching a show with on Hulu. I've never heard of it. I don't even know what It's not a Hulu original, but it's Nathan from One Tree Hill. Did you ever watch One Tree Hill?
No, but if you tell me, tell me what it looks like.
I'll just pull it up. But all my One Tree Hill fans, mash that comment button.
Your one tree ease.
Yeah.
Whatever.
One Tree Hill. God, what an awful show. That theme song though, iconic.
What song is it?
I don't wanna be
Yeah.
anything other than what I've been lately.
All three of my sisters watched One Tree Hill at different points. Yeah,
that's
that
the
dude.
worst photo.
No, I it was either him or Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah,
is what my
I
mind
should
was
have just
going.
said not Chad Michael Murray. Yeah, but it's him and some other dude that was in like 90210 or another one of those shows like One Tree Hill, and it's they are actors in Hollywood who were cast on a teen vampire drama show that ran for 10 seasons. They're now 5 years out from that show. One of them just washed up, lives off of revenue from the show. The other one's trying to get other parts, but can only get like small parts in like other like small movies. And it's just this weird like situational comedy, like sitcom thing where they're just both kind of like, yeah, like we kind of suck, but like we're really not that bad. Like, I don't know. It's weird. I got like 3 episodes in and I'm not really hooked. I'm not going to finish it, but it was funny. Like it was very obvious, like making fun of themselves almost, or like the Supernatural or Vampire Diaries type show. I still need to watch the final season of Supernatural. That being said, Sam,
That's not bad.
I try to do both, but I can only do whatever his name is. Sam.
Is that
Dean? It's Dean
is
talking.
Dean Jensen Ackles or is
yes,
he Jared
Dean
Padalecki?
is Jensen Ackles.
So I'm gonna say this right now, and it's gonna be another hot take because I'm nervous for him to join the boys.
Interesting, because you think he's a CW actor, not
nothing with the quality of his acting.
Okay.
With the people that he will 100% bring over. The Supernatural fandom.
You're worried about the real world effects,
Yes.
not the actual quality of the show. Gotcha. Okay, I could see that.
Because there's already people who are super weird with like Homelander and stuff.
Yeah.
Like just because it's an attractive man, so they apologize for him. And Soldier Boy is going to be the exact same.
Yeah. Unless they make him a good guy.
They're not going to.
Yeah. But
he will. My assumption is he will be.
He'll be very redeemable in the beginning, but then he'll be very.
He'll be similar to Stormfront, except he's gonna stay contesty with Homelander the whole time.
Okay, they're not gonna.
I mean, maybe there is a gay.
Yo.
There's a gay sex scene with Homelander and Soldier Boy in
the comic. Damn, that'd be kind of lit. Jensen Ackles just getting railed out by Homelander. We live in a society where, unfortunately, we will probably not see Homelander get by Jensen Ackles. But is that wrong? I don't know. Is this society? Am I Joaquin Phoenix right now?
But no, in the comics, there's a big orgy, Herogasm. That's when Soldier Boy and Homelander get it on. But they already said that's not happening in the show, but they're doing something similar.
So it'll probably just be an orgy that's
with different characters.
It'll be like that scene in episode 1 or 2 where it's just like a bunch of faces doing
in the
different
club
things. You'll see a butt here, a boob there, maybe a dong. I would appreciate a dong shot.
I mean, equality for all, man.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think
dong shots need to catch up with the amount of boob shots we see.
Exactly. I mean, really, like if you just look at a decade like the 80s, we need to make like 1,000 movies of just dongs, like just to make up for the 80s. Like every movie in the 80s had boobs in it. I don't understand how they did it. Just the time.
I mean, to be fair, also the ratings were much
yeah, you could have boobs in PG because like they what's the Chavez Chase Vacation? Yeah, boobs.
Is that PG?
Yeah. Maybe the first one isn't, but Christmas is PG. But they don't have boobs in Christmas, so maybe I'm misinterpreting. But I'm pretty sure back in the day you could have a
in the 80s. In the 80s, Jaws was PG. That movie should not be PG.
No. Boobs in Jaws? No.
No.
There's like
at
it's
the start,
silhouette.
At the very start,
yeah.
There's silhouette. You might even see silhouette of Nip, but
it's the 80s.
Yeah.
Silhouette meant nothing. But yeah, I don't know. I think just to step on a soapbox for a second, nudity is pretty unnecessary in film for the most part, especially when we've seen so many tasteful sex scenes where you just show shoulders.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
I'm not. I think I'm thinking the opposite of that. I think sex scenes are pretty unnecessary. But
Oh
like,
yeah, just straight up, yeah.
But like,
But
I don't care.
yeah,
like,
no,
as long as
like-
as long as it's not gratuitous, like Game of Thrones.
Gratuitous.
But it's the first season that's extremely gratuitous, and then they slowly step off of it
Because they're killing people instead of effing
Yeah,
people.
and so it works better that way. And I think that's just like, sure, a sex scene every once in a while, but you don't need none of it needs to be over the top. But also, it's good commentary sometimes, like about society.
Well, we live in a society where one's boobs should not reflect one's dongs, but the butts are required. Give me that. No, I think you're right though. It's like we don't need to really dive
We're
deep.
breaking new barriers.
Yeah,
here.
we're breaking new ground here. Obviously, no one said this, but I just think I think the commentary being gratuitous, it works when it's funny, but it's only funny when the nudity is the funny part, not like a Wedding Crashers where it's like it's a funny movie with boobs.
Nudity,
yeah, like you don't. Those weren't required for the joke.
Exactly.
Whereas like
Agreed.
what's something where the nudity is required for a joke? Step Brothers, when we see what's his name's nuts, like that's funny. It is gratuitous, but the jokes in that movie are gratuitous.
It's dumb, but like it's a dumb fun, and
exactly.
that's why it works.
Same with Borat. So unnecessary, but very funny. And also, like, if you're laughing at the jokes in Borat, you shouldn't care that there's
No, exactly.
Yeah, this was society.
What an episode.
Yeah, I think this is
just vibes.
that's a good place to round it out.
This episode is gonna be titled Army Hammer, just so we get extra clicks.
Yeah, no, I think it should be exclusive. Army Hammer says ... Or
I think isn't that technically lying though?
not if I play this clip of Army Hammer saying something.
Army Hammer, thank you for being with us today. Let's just get right into it. A lot of people are asking this question. Are you a cannibal?
Yes.
Follow us on socials.
Lower thirds.
It's pretty cool. We're pretty official.
Yeah, it's like
and we're definitely growing weekly.
Oh, we're growing. What do we do with the drunken?